Danny Chavez and Kamaka III in the featherweight division. Danny Chavez 11 wins and 4 losses. Kamaka III 8 wins and 4 losses right there. Little reach advantage and then a little height advantage for Danny Chavez right there. But this was not supposed to happen. Danny Chavez was supposed to fight Do Hoo Choi, but that fight did get canceled. So now Kamaka III is coming in on short notice, which could give him a disadvantage in terms of the cardio. But I don't know. It's a pretty even fight right here anyways. The betting odds are very, very close right here. Let's see if I can find them. There they are, minus 150 for Kamaka III, and then plus 130 for Danny Chavez. The odds started out really 50-50, and that's right where they probably should be. This fight is definitely a 50-50 type of fight. Danny Chavez is much more fast than Kamaka III. I encourage you, all of you guys that are watching this video or this live stream right now, look up the fight with TJ Brown and Danny Chavez. The speed at which he's throwing his strikes and his combinations, it is just really, really good. I mean, that fight was almost a year ago, but I still can remember the speed at which he was throwing and boxing in that fight. It was absolutely amazing. The kicks of Danny Chavez are also much, much better than Kamaka III. Kamaka mainly just goes to the body and to the head. Danny Chavez loves to mix in the leg kicks at range, which is going to give him a much more slight advantage on the feet because it's going to slowly chip away at the movement of Kamaka III, and it'll score him a little bit on the judges' scorecards as well. But I think the speed advantage definitely goes to Danny Chavez. The power advantage definitely goes to Danny Chavez. And then the kicking game advantage definitely goes to Danny Chavez as well. And Kamaka III is also coming in on short notice, so that's another advantage for Danny Chavez in the fight. Maybe you give him a little age advantage for Kamaka. He's 26 and a half years old, but I really don't think that's going to come in play when, I mean, the 34-year-old is going out there looking super fast, super crisp. His striking is looking really, really good as well. But right here, the wrestling and grappling is a part where I don't really know what's going to happen. It's very, very even. Danny Chavez and Kamaka III, like, they land a lot of takedowns in their fight. Danny Chavez 2.5 takedowns every single fight, 100% takedown accuracy, 84% takedown defense. Kamaka III 2.66 takedowns every single fight he does go in, and then some pretty good accuracy and defense as well. So the grappling and wrestling, I'm probably gonna give a slight advantage to Danny Chavez, but do I think that we're gonna see any wrestling or grappling? I really don't think so. They're both usually go out there and try to box and kickbox for 3 straight rounds, mix in a couple of takedowns here and there, but usually, I mean, both Kamaka III and Danny Chavez, with all the takedowns that they are landing, they're not really getting much control time. Like, we look right here, let's look at the fight with Jonathan Pierce. Actually, let's look at the fight with Tony Kelly. He landed 5 takedowns in that fight with only 5 minutes of control time. So he's only getting 1 minute per takedown in terms of his control time. And then Danny Chavez, let's check right here, 4 takedowns on TJ Brown, only 2 minutes of total control time. So the wrestling and grappling, they're getting the takedowns, but they're not really controlling anything with those takedowns. So I don't really think that the wrestling and grappling will come into play right here. This fight is probably definitely going to be staying on the feet. And Danny Chavez with the speed advantage, with the power advantage, I believe even with a volume advantage, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Kamaka III does throw more volume, but he does get hit quite a lot more. So we'll see what happens here. I think Danny Chavez is a much better boxer and kickboxer, much better leg kicks, body kicks, spinning kicks to the body as well. The speed of his boxing as well. I think there's so much advantages for Danny Chavez in the striking game, along with the fact that Kamaka III is coming in on short notice. It seems like a pretty no-brainer prediction for me. I still really don't know why Danny Chavez is the underdog. I definitely think Danny Chavez should be around a minus 130, minus 140 favorite, probably right around where Kamaka III is right now. So this is another fight where it is definitely underdog or pass. I still don't know how he is an underdog in the first place. He should definitely be at least a 50-50 fight, minus 110, minus 110, but definitely a 50-50 type of fight. But I'm definitely going Danny Chavez, the underdog, because he's just a much better striker, and I think he's going to win the fight by a unanimous decision right there. It should be a really good fight in the featherweight division right there.